Pandemic has only amplified our partisan divide here in the United States.
An NKU professor got to the heart of the issue and figured out a way to fix it. Brad Underwood is in our studio tonight with the good, the bad that he's learned about us. Brad.
Good evening, Megan. Yeah, this book, it highlights our differences with each other and that it's okay to disagree, to have different opinions. What's not productive is how nasty and disrespectful we are treating each other, as the book offers a guide to gain back some civility. NKU professor Dr. Banwari Mittal surveyed hundreds of Americans about the pandemic, lockdowns, and how it changed their lives.
The raw emotion, like you can hear these opinions in flesh and blood, and their richness.
The opinions represent a wide range of beliefs and feelings. Dr. Mittal put them into 4 categories. Sad, people who are suffering. Sour, people who are mad, loud and argumentative. Sweet, people who are finding a silver lining during the pandemic. And soulful, those rethinking their life's purpose.
There are about 20% of the people who have acquired a positive mindset, and there are 20% of the people who are really like at your throat. And then other people are in between, as I mentioned. Some people are simply sad, which is understandable.
The divide doesn't concern Dr. Mittal. What does trouble him is how intense the divide is.
Our opinions being different is one thing, but our public dialogue and civil life and civic life is being robbed of civility, and let's not do that.
But can it be done? Can the country get back to a level of respectful disagreement that was once more common?
There is a way of doing that.
Dr. Stuart Bassman believes it can be done using 2 guiding principles. One, he calls the Q-tip approach.
Quit taking it personally. And what I mean by that, the extent to which one reacts in a very personal manner, they're going to get angry, they're going to become incensed.
Bassman says we also must ask ourselves one question.
Do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Unfortunately, so many people right now are focusing on being right that they lose their sense of happiness.
The book also offers a 10-point path to help people understand multiple viewpoints and how to keep conversations civil as we continue to navigate the pandemic. We have more information on the study's findings at local12.com.
An interesting book, especially as we head into the holiday season and people are going to be getting together with family, and people often have different political views or views on the pandemic.
I know,
so
and you just want to enjoy the holidays.
It's better to be happy than to be right, as they said in that piece.
As we talk